Hello you guys, it's Sway here with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today I wanted to go ahead and do kind of a showcase of the champion Lydia. She's the Void legendary that you get from beating faction wars, and I wanted to show her possibilities, kind of how I gear her out, how maybe you guys could go ahead and gear her out, give you a couple different ways that you could be gearing her out, and I'll let you know where she's good at and where I typically use her at. So let's just kind of get into the different places that you use her in. She's a super great champion. She unlocks a lot of speed running for you. Her and Seer pair very, very well together. I've really been liking her in arena too. We can go ahead and show you guys an arena battle. Let me hurry and find a pretty decent team. We can go ahead and go up against this Siphi and Rhodos. And what makes Lydia so stinking good is she gets rid of the scariness factor of most revivers, just because she gives you an extra turn of them missing their revive and she denies it, so you can kind of get back around and try and take out some of their other champions. She's super solid. I've been using her kind of everywhere. I've found she pairs really nicely with Arbiter and especially Mithrala too. And if you have Tars, it's kind of a cheat code, just because just those two alone put up quite a bit of buffs and unlock him to do even more damage. So Tars is kind of a hard carry for this, but any nuker is going to work great with her, just because she's bringing the defense down and weaken, and then on her A3 she also has a lockout. So let's say there's two revivers and she blocks revive on one of the revivers revives, you can go ahead and just lock out the other reviver skills, and again, they're not going to be able to revive. So she really is just super clutch coming in against, Duchess teams, Siphi teams. I've found that she's really unlocked quite a bit more arena farming that I can do. Typically for arena, you're going to want more speed with as much accuracy as you can get. I found putting a little bit of resistance in there helps, especially on the faster teams like that. If you're going up against a Sun Wukong or something like that, you can usually kind of sneak your way in there, not get any buffs stolen by anybody. And she has that great resistance aura, with coming in with 100 resistance aura for your whole team. So it kind of mitigates getting your buffs stolen. Right here, it probably would have been best if I put her in the lead, just because I don't have the fastest Arbiter in the world, and this guy outspent me quite a bit, but it's still not going to matter, just because he doesn't have anyone that can really nuke me down too hard. It's kind of unfortunate my Taurus got stunned right there, but we'll work our way back around to all of our buffs. We at least got rid of the decreased defense, which was really the only thing that would have stopped us. Let's see if we're going to get True Feared here with Taurus, or yep, we go ahead and get True Feared, so we're not going to be able to nuke anyone down. Now the cool thing about her, let's go ahead and see if we can actually get Arbiter to die really quick. I probably should not have killed. Yeah, I don't think there's any way Arbiter's going to die. I just killed their nuker, and they're going to go ahead and try and get the revive off, but she goes ahead and denies it and then gets that extra turn. But whenever she actually denies a revive, she will res everybody on your team, which is really huge. It can be very scary. I found that it also works really great in Doom Tower. It's really solid thing too, just because if your team ends up going down, she kind of has that last ditch effort to sneak in there, try and leave the revivers for last. You switch up your strategy when you get her on your team, kind of leave the revivers for last, just in case anyone else goes down. Then when they try and go and revive, Lydia's just going to pick up your whole team. You can then kill the reviver and then on to the next round if that's the strat you need to go. But yeah, just seeing her in a couple of arena battles, she's super awesome. I've really loved having her. I did recently get her, so she's not entirely fully booked out, so I don't have the full power of what she can do. We'll go ahead and just hop in here in a Doom Tower floor somewhere. I don't really know which one to do. Preferably not one with a Siphi, Rhodos type combo. Anything too disgusting. Go ahead and take Taurus out, and we'll put in more of a free-to-play option. Throw the Rat King in there. We can go ahead and keep Ninja. Doesn't really matter too much. Go ahead and run her in this Doom Tower run. I'll show you guys kind of what she does. She works a lot better in a Seer team, but I don't have the strongest Seer in the world. I don't have the 6-star Ascension on her either, so... And once I have my Lydia booked, it'll be a little smoother too, because as you can see, she doesn't land some of those debuffs that she really needs for Seer to really fully activate. But we should be fine. We have the Rat King coming in here. He's going to help us out. And this might be a good show off of her revive. I don't think they have any revivers, but just have everyone get picked back up. The Rat King is also super good to pair with her too. Her and Mithrala, just because I almost feel like those three together with the right gear, you could almost triple team all of Doom Tower hard, honestly. They work really, really good in tandem, so we'll just kind of make our way through here. Let me know if you guys are just barely getting Lydia. I was kind of late to the party. It took me a long time to get through Faction Wars, so I'm glad I finally did it, though, just because she is so account changing. I'd highly recommend anyone out there that doesn't have her to really push hard to get her. You would be surprised at how easy most of the Faction Wars can be. There's a couple of tricky ones, but if you have the right champs with the right gear on, it makes it a world of difference. And if you have 20 minutes to sit and manual a boss, then you could definitely get it done. It's kind of bad she used her A3 right there, right before going into the next round. Right here with the Brachus, she's going to be really solid too. Only for one of the Brachuses. When we go ahead and kill one of them, she will block that revive, and when they come back, they're not going to have a really massive hit to knock us out with. Let's see, maybe Ursula the Drakes is going to die here. I'm going to try and get her to die. I do want to heal up the rest of my team, but hopefully she can kind of kick the bucket here real quick for us, and then I can show you Lydia picking her back up. I'm not sure which Brachus already hit me with his A3, but we're going to go ahead and guess it was that one. We'll just leave this going. Hopefully Scylla the Drakes dies on these hits right here. She's very low. She wants to die, so... Big smack? No. Come on, Brachus. You can hit harder than that. See if anyone wants to smack her. She has the ally protection, so she'll take a little bit more damage trying to protect Ninja. It is not looking solid. Nope, she just keeps getting healed from the hits, so... There we go, that was a big hit. But I do think Brachus might go ahead and die before Ninja or someone else dies on the team to showcase that off. Yeah, so she denied it. Again, I wish she wasn't using that A3 there. Just for speeding up purposes. Of course, yeah. He comes back and smacks Ninja and then he dies. Let's go ahead and A1 these guys. Save a couple of our abilities. Make sure we can just get this next one done a little faster. Again, these aren't the fastest runs in Doom Tower, but if you're just trying to get through it, it doesn't matter too much, as long as you can just, set it up, leave it going, come back a little bit later, and have it be done. That's a really big, you're getting it done, and that's all that really matters. Plus, you can take as many attempts as you want to, so it's not too bad. I would rather go for safety than speed in the Doom Tower just to get them done. I should have revived Ninja, but she got an extra turn, because Seal of the Drakes and Relentless is amazing. And let's just go into this next one. Again, she puts out that defense weaken. I don't have her booked. It would be 100% chance to put that out if I did have her booked, but again, I just barely got her. This last CVC, I got her. Didn't have enough books to book her up. She's super close. I think she only needs like 2 or 3 more. Kind of a bummer. I'm looking forward to getting her fully booked. She'll be that much better, honestly. She's actually really good in Hydra too. Especially for the lower, normal and stuff like that. Her Mithrala and Taurus paired together can almost one-shot the heads with the right gear, so it's kind of cool just watching them put in that work and just blow them all up. Really super satisfying to see. You'll see a lot bigger numbers too in your Hydra your Hydra battles. Just have that Brackets left, which when he goes down, we should block his revive, hopefully. Yep, making the run just that much faster. Again, I mean, that was pretty high up in the hard Doom Towers, so she's super solid. I mean, I really, really love her, so I've really enjoyed her. I'd like a couple extra Visix on the account. You wouldn't really ask for those, but I'd take them just so that I could +2 her eventually, but just kind of getting into her build right here. I gave her quite a bit of HP, some survivability with the defense too. I want her to be a tank so she could take some hits in Doom Tower, Arena, Hydra. Anywhere she goes, I want her to stay alive. I don't want her being a super squishy champion. I have her with as much speed as I could get on her, 285 speed. It's pretty good for Arena, just because she's going right after my Arbiter, and if I want to go second team, she's still pretty speedy up there to hopefully land those debuffs before, anyone too serious is taking turns, or if there's any block buff champions there, she can kind of try and sneak them in, try and get the defense down a weekend, because if she's able to do that, it's pretty much game over with any of your nukers. Crit rate I didn't go ahead and prioritize, but she can put in some pretty nice numbers in Hydra if you want to put some crit rate into her, some crit damage. I stacked up some accuracy on her, 280. It's not the highest resistance. It's not the highest resistance in the world, but it's good for most of the content. I mean, she's resistant stuff all across the board, especially in like Doom Tower and Hydra. That helps. Again, I could pump that resistance up more, and it would be even better. The accuracy is only 370. It's not the highest, but I pair her with Mithrala quite a bit, and what that accuracy aura that Mithrala brings, it can be super, super solid. Again, I'm still landing debuffs on most content in the games. If I could get her upward of 450, that would be super, super good. That would be definitely ideal for the future, but that's just future. This is just kind of what I got on her for right now. She's a super solid champion again. So on her A1, she just attacks one time, has a 75% chance of placing a fear debuff for 1 turn, has 75% chance of increasing the duration of any poison sensitivity debuff by 1 turn. Super nice. Also, if anyone is putting fear up on your team, so if you're going against a Taurus, putting fears up all across your team, she can go ahead and counterattack as soon as those fears go up and have a chance of putting fear out on everybody else. So, especially for those really fast teams that are putting out that fear, she could really get in there and disrupt them. The A2, this is the super strong one. Of course, I don't have any books into it. That's just how it works. Attacks all enemies, has a 75% chance, books up to 100% chance of placing that 60% decreased defense buff with a 25% weaken debuff for 2 turns. Then it also places that 25% strengthen, the big strengthen buff on your team, with that 30% increased speed buff on all allies for 2 turns. This is basically the skill you need for Seer, especially with Lydia. When he gets to her artifacts, you want the Blood Shield ring, just because it's just one more extra buff that Seer can go ahead and rip off and get that much more damage for your team. Her A3 has that lockout ability, or the block active skills ability. She attacks one enemy 2 times. The first hit has a 75% chance of placing a 25% poison sensitivity debuff for 2 turns. The second hit has a 75% chance of placing a block buffs and block active skills debuff for 2 turns. So I've found this actually pretty solid going against UDK, because that first hit has the poison sensitivity, which you don't really care too much about, and then she'll land that second hit on whoever you're attacking, and that's what places that block buffs with the block active skills. So if you can sneak in there, even if they have that UDK, you can still lock out a reviver, you can still lock out their nuker, because their nuker's typically going a little slower than the rest of their team. So I found this is really good against UDK. I mean, even when UDK is not on their team, it's going to be super solid. You might as well have the poison sensitivity debuff, get all those debuffs out on the enemies. And then her passive, what really just makes her shine more than anything, denies enemy revive attempts. This works even if the champion is dead. If this champion is alive when an enemy revive is denied, revives all dead allies with 50% HP and 50% turn meter, grants an extra turn instead if there is no dead allies. If this champion is dead when an enemy is denied, revives this champion with 50% HP and 50% turn meter. So if she goes down, she can just pop back up. I've also noticed that this works with block revive. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, see, this skill will ignore block revive, so it can be a really, really strong thing, especially going against Rotos, you know. Rotos can nuke down one of your nukers, and then as soon as you're able to kill that Rotos, or as soon as you're able to kill anyone on their team, as soon as their reviver goes to take a turn, she just picks that whoever Rotos killed, or yeah, whoever Rotos killed, put that block revive on, pops right back up and denies their revive, and then you're right back into the fight. She has increased all resistance in arena battles by 100%, or by 100, which is a really, really big thing. I mean, just looking at it right now, with her Mithrala on the team, that's an extra 100 resistance on top of whatever accuracy and resistance you already have for. It bumps her up to 380 resistance, which it's not godly, but for, you know, just gold 5 arena, messing around in there, it's pretty often that you're gonna get debuffs thrown on you. I would love to get some more resistance on her, but I'd have to throw away some speed, and I've really liked having her super fast, just getting those debuffs out there, speeding up the rest of my team. She's more of an enabler for your whole team. She's an extremely good support champion. Absolutely cool character. I've loved having her. I can't wait to book her out and get her full potentials. Oh, let me go ahead and show you what mastery she's running. So again, if you're running for damage, you're going to want to go down the offense tree down to War Master. I've seen her put in a lot of really big numbers in Hydra. I've seen her do great things in Hydra. She can nuke. She can still hit pretty hard. I just decided to go down the support tree just to come down here to Eagle Eye, grab that extra accuracy. Again, we're just going down the accuracy side of the support tree. You got your Lore of Steel, Cycle of Magic, and then your Spirit Haste. This just kind of speeds her up if your enemies are dead, so then she gets back around, takes more turns, gets her passive off cooldown, and then she just keeps denying revives. And then we just went down the defense tree, get a little bit more resistance, more survivability, stuff like that. But yeah, this is Lydia the Death Siren, and she's absolutely amazing. If you guys are just pulling her, congratulations. You've really unlocked quite a bit of content in the game, especially because once you beat Faction Wars, it lets you kind of focus on just the God roll gears. You can start getting rid of some of those 5-star, you know, the lower tier gear that you just kind of been keeping around for your Faction Wars, just trying to get it out. Just, you know, gearing up some of the epics, the 5-star epics that you're bringing into your Faction Wars teams and stuff. So you can kind of do a nice big gear cleanse and really just start looking out for those bigger stats when it comes to the gear wise for your account. So I mean, I kind of think once you hit Lydia, you're really breaking into that end game territory. She's going to allow you to clear a lot more things that you haven't been able to clear before, and even dungeon run wise, she's really going to just speed things up. She's super solid. I wish I had a little bit better of a Lydia Seer team. It's something I want to work on, and then I can do another updated video with Lydia and Seer as, you know, a strong duo together, and I can show you some of the speed farming teams. But before we do that, I would definitely want to get her booked up, her skills up, and make sure she's landing all the debuffs she needs to be landing. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and again, if you have Lydia, congrats. You're going to love her to death, and you're going to use her in a lot of content. So thank you guys again for watching, and I hope you all have a great day.